You know the old saying about when you're young and if you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart. And as you grow older, if you're not a conservative, you don't have a brain. Well, this is another painful video. You know, in the sense that it's dealing with the uglies. Every now and then I'll get one of these cucks that'll come up and think they're cute, and then when they ask me something, you know, like, do you have any fuck you or fuck Trump stickers, or, you know, something stupid like that. And that's what this first guy essentially came up and asked. And so, you know, get into his face. I guess that his family is with him. And then the second one was also a family affair. But in this case, it was the daughter that was ugly as hell. Vulgar, stupid. Just horrible. And I really, God, I felt embarrassed for her mother who was there. God bless her heart. And if I was in a better mood, I probably could have handled that little situation better, if nothing else, for the mother's sake. But man, her daughter was just so vulgar and over the top, so threw me over the top. And the last young lady who had looked at, questioned me about the Planned Parenthood was actually kind of nice. I wish I would have had more time with her, because I think she would have been more receptive. She certainly was nice enough, but I think she would have been more receptive if I could have had time with her and gotten some points across. But she was a good example of what happens when you're of a generation that is led down a false path, because the devil does deceive with righteous means. But as I say, I do what I can. And if you like me doing what I'm doing, well, then you know what to do. Hit the all appropriate buttons and share these videos, and then contribute if you can. All right, thank you, and let's get to this. You want stupid, they have them down there, they have them over there. I don't do stupid.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm looking at stupid right now. Really, I am.
Oh, good.
Dumb as a box of rocks, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, well, tell me why you're against him. Why don't you give me tell me what you got against him.
Generally, the fact that he exists is probably pretty much
enough. That's it. So that's typically what I get from a liberal. You have no specifics whatsoever. As I mentioned, dumb as a box of rocks.
Right, you sound very well read and articulate.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I know. It sounds.
As a matter of fact, what's the last political book you read? Matter of fact, I'm reading this one right here, right now. So what's the last political book?
Color by numbers?
Again, dumb as a box of rocks. You cannot articulate to me. You cannot give me a specific. All you can do is give me generalities, because you haven't got anything. Anything.
You know what I think?
Talk so stupid.
Every time I hear one of his rallies, I feel like America's IQ goes down a little bit more.
And you
Would
notice,
you want
and you
him-
notice they stand in line in the rain
Oh,
to listen to
yeah,
him.
but-
And Joe Biden can't fill up a classroom.
I don't like Joe Biden either.
Well, none of them
Let me
could.
tell
None of
let
them
me
can.
ask you this. Would you want him to be principal of your son's high school and speak at rallies in front of those teenagers the way he talks?
Sure,
The way
why
he
not?
talks,
Yeah.
he puts people down.
You can't shame the shameless. They have no shame.
He puts
That's the
people
problem.
down.
They got-
Oh,
He
I
makes
see.
fun of
The liberals don't.
He
The
makes
liberals
fun
just
of-
beat people up. How
He-
about that war on
he
free
makes
speech?
fun
Can you
of
explain that one?
handicapped people.
Can you explain the war on free speech to me?
You know the
Can you do that, lady?
far right are the biggest terrorists.
How about
there are, even
Antifa?
according
Can you
to the
give me
FBI.
how
The
about
FBI put them on the
Antifa?
Department
Can
of
you
Homeland
give me
Security.
the equivalent to Antifa
Are
on
they
the
on
other
the
side?
FBI's list or not? The Department of Homeland Security has literally listed right-wing
How
terrorism
about
as the
looking
highest
up the
cause.
14-year-old
It's on there.
kid that just got the crap beat
Those
out
are
of him
facts. I'm
for
sorry.
wearing a
I'm
Trump
sorry the
hat?
facts are against you. I'm sorry the facts are against you.
Really? The facts against me? You're a loser, pal. And dumb as a box of rocks. Your whole gene pool
you're just
doesn't
like-
reach room temperature IQ.
Your name call, that's childish. That's childish.
Don't call names. That's hilarious.
I asked for specifics. I didn't get any. So what do you got against him? What do you have against him other than your vulgarity? What do you have against him?
His treatment of migrant children.
Oh, so the thing that was started with Obama
Yeah.
throwing him in cages.
That's not true.
Oh, well, I'll bet you money on it. I'll bet you money.
Your cane away from my face.
No, this is my microphone, and I'm going to keep it in your face. You don't tell me what to do. See, it's nothing about liberals. They love to dictate to
See,
people.
I'm the mom. She's the daughter. We're on separate sides of the fence. So
You ought to listen to your mother some more, really. You know the old saying about when you're young and if you're not a liberal, you don't have a heart. And as you grow older, if you're not a conservative, you don't have a brain. So the thing that was started with Obama, because it was started, the policy was started with
What
Obama.
about all of his corruption? What about all
What
of
corruption?
the nasty things that
What
he says?
corruption?
Does? What about
Get back to corruption. What corruption?
What about him fucking a porn star and then paying her off? What about?
What about, well, if you want to talk, this is another
I'm
thing I
talking
like
about this president.
If they want to be moralistic, but let's talk about Clinton getting a blowjob in the
talking-
office.
okay,
Let's talk about
okay.
Harvey Weinstein. Let's talk about Epstein.
talk about
let's
it,
talk
but
about
let's
this
talk
women.
about your fucking
Wait, let's talk.
Donald
But you got the balls to go ahead and moralize to me? You really have the balls to moralize to me? When that
Yeah,
woman right there
I do.
went ahead and hid Clinton's rapes, you're going to moralize to me.
Okay, because she tried to hide it, but he's completely open about his dumb bullshit. That's
But one, we never knew that was happening. That even happened.
we didn't know it happened.
No.
What up? I mean, seriously, get
Yeah,
get
I'm
your
serious
shit together. Why don't
too,
you do some
darling.
research?
You can't.
Huh?
You should do some
Oh
research.
gosh, come on! I'm standing at a pro-Trump, a pro-Trump freaking
Country,
booth,
pro-Trump country, yes.
yeah.
and,
And your mom is with them.
and an absolutely ridiculous.
Pro-Trump country.
Yes, you
In a
are.
pro-Trump country, wait for another few months.
2020.
Oh yeah.
Well, the comedy
Let me
Friday
ask you, who's going to beat him? Because we
Because
have
of Trump?
we have people waiting in the freezing rain for hours to see him. Thousands of them.
Yeah, and they're
Joe
batshit
Biden-
crazy, just like you, cowboy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So now she's a psychologist, huh?
Actually, I am. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for your video, though. God bless you.
Do one or two things or three things that are good, but the fact that they do sell baby parts for profit kind of is
I
like
thought that whole thing was disproven. Those people were put in jail.
no, they're on
Are you
film.
sure?
Oh yeah.
Because are you sure? Because I remember hearing about that and then following up later, and that whole thing was a hoax.
No.
Are you sure? I'm gonna look it up.
Project
again, too.
Veritas has them on video.
I know, and then those people I think went to jail. The whole thing was a hoax.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't there.
I'm gonna look into it again.
And then there are people that have used to work for Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, but also I
that,
don't really care that much about that.
About what?
About what you do with a corpse.
These are aborted babies, and selling. In other words, if I were to kill you and sell your body parts, that's illegal. That's
Killing me is
illegal.
not the same thing as killing a fetus.
A fetus.
Yeah. We're not going to agree on
Up to birth and beyond, they go ahead and kill these babies. Not a fetus, they're babies.
Are you sure?
Of course.
All right.
You're
I'll
just
hear
using that as an excuse to go ahead and rationalize what is being done. This is, believe me, this is so satanic. It is about blood rituals and sacrifices. And if you don't believe that,
I've been going to Planned Parenthood for 15 years. When I was like 15 years old, I couldn't talk to my parents about sex, and they took me in, and I got birth control through them. And if I hadn't done that, and I hadn't gotten like tested, and the men I was with getting tested, like, I know there's that one evil you see, but like I'm very grateful for the services that I was able to go to because I didn't have a relationship with my parents where I could talk to them about sex. That was important for me.
again, there are plenty of other places. Yeah, there are other things that could be done. I'm sorry that your parents were, open to you about that. That's
No,
a
it's
shame.
okay.
But,
It's awkward for parents sometimes.
and again,
it's not their fault.
Yeah, but
And I wasn't
if
comfortable
you-
either. Sometimes you don't want to talk to your dad about that stuff, you know?
if I may, though, if you study this stuff enough and get into it, it gets very sad. In the sense that if you look at what's happened with Epstein, that whole thing
Yeah.
with Epstein, there's a thing called the hidden hand and the finders. A great deal of our power brokers, whether they be in politics or business, get corrupted by the use of pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very demonic and ritualized type of indoctrination.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with who started Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, the origins are actually actually very racist as well.
Yes, indeed.
I need to go.
And none of that changed. It just got hidden.
I like by the way, I like this.
Thank you. But I would.
This is what I support so far in this.
Yes, I understand.
Good luck today.
Yeah, yourself.
You're in the Wolves.
What a shame. I try. So, what do you think about that? That last girl was, I think she could have, hopefully she's local. She comes around again. I'd like to be able to talk to her again. I think she could have her mind changed. She's not as close-minded as the other cucks. So, if you like it, you like it. If you care, share. If you can, you contribute it. Go in the description, hit the buttons that you're most comfortable with. And don't forget to pray for me out there. I'll be praying for you over here. And I'll see you on the streets.